Okay, all right, so for today's lesson, which is still in Unit 3, we are doing Lesson 4, which is having done adding and subtracting decimals. Naturally, we're going to talk about multiplying and dividing. Now, multiplying and dividing decimals cannot be lumped into the same lesson because there are two distinct rules or characteristics that define doing multiplying and then also for dividing. Okay, so let's take a look at this first. Now, when multiplying decimals, unlike adding and subtracting, it's not about what you do before. So you remember when we do adding and subtracting decimals? Right? You have to line up the decimals here. Wow, it's really off. Hold on. Here, this decimal, and here for this decimal, right? And then you can add. Whereas when we are multiplying decimals, that's not really the case anymore. Like, so for example, you don't really multiply decimals like this. Like you're not doing that, okay? So what do we do instead then? Well, let's jump right ahead to number 1. Now, for something like number 1, I would say this, I used to tell people, you know, the one with the bigger number should go on the top, but this is not true actually. It's actually the number with the most digits that should go on top, right? Because there are more digits here. 1, 2, 3, then this one, that's just 1, right? Or digits behind the decimal. So let's do that now. Write 0.008 times, and what you do is you just line it all the way to the right for this number. So meaning 0.2 here. Not this. Not 0.008 times 0.2. No, all right, you go all the way to the right. Stack everything against the wall here, so to speak, on the right side. Now here we'll go ahead and multiply, right? 2 times 8 is 16. I don't know where you guys put the 1, so I'll put the 1 here. 2 times 0, 0, plus 1. 2 times 0, 0, 2 times 0, 0. Now, if you want to, you can do the whole 0 times 8, 0, 0, 0, 0. You don't have to do that. So here we got 6, 1, 0, 0. Now, so what's so special about multiplying with decimals then? Well, you have to count the number of spaces or places after the decimal. So you see what I just did? 1, 2, 3, 3 spaces, and here I got 1 more. So how many spaces total do I need to move? That's right, 4. So what does that mean? Watch this. Start the decimal here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So your answer is 0.0016 or 0.0016. Okay, so in other words, what we've just done is we made this number much smaller. So this number is smaller than the original questions, okay, than either number, okay? Think about it like that. All right. Now, having said that, let's try number 2. So let me lower this down a little bit. So here we have 20 times 0.8 now. I would do 20 times 0.8, right, like so. Now, if you choose to, you could write this. But I just have a feeling that more of you will do this, okay? All right, now let's see. 8 times 0 is 0, 8 times 2 is 16, and then you can do the whole 0 times 0 is 0, 0 times 2 is 0, right? You add them. Don't forget the placeholder 0 here, 0, 6, 1, right? And then how many decimal places are here? Nothing, nada. Okay, nothing. Here we have 1 decimal place, right? So that means we gotta move a whole thing 1 decimal place to the left. So decimal here, 1 place to the left, 16.0, or simply just 16. Okay, all right. So let's keep going then. Now likewise for number 3, 1.02. And here I got 0.43. Now, something that I did not emphasize so far is multiplying 2-digit with 3-digit numbers, right? Which involves adding placeholder and whatnot. So now, again, I learned this slightly differently growing up in Hong Kong. So for you guys, whatever I'm doing next might be a little different, but it's really not that much different. So, for example, here I'm going to multiply the ones together, right? Whereas I think in Hong Kong we put a 0 here and then we do the tens first. So we do 4 times 2, 4 times 0, 4 times 1. Okay, so I'll go with the American way. So here we have 3 times 2, that's 6. 3 times 0, that's 0. 3 times 1 is 3. Add a 0. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 1 is 4. Now, as I alluded to in class, there's a reason why we're using this particular system. All right, and long story short, we're eventually breaking down this 43 or 43 into 0.4 and 0.03. Or rather, if you want to look at it this way, I broke it down to 40 and then by 3. So I multiply by the 3 first. That's how I got 306, right? And then I multiply by 40. That's how I got 4080. Okay. So that notwithstanding, let's keep going. Add. Now, how many decimal places are there? There's 2 here. There's 2 here. So, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 0.4386. And again, it's always nice to rewrite the answer. Okay? Just very good habit to pick up. And lastly, now I like this question because this question, oops, now I gotta pick up my marker. This question, it's the same thing as saying this, by the way. It's 0.2 to the 3rd power. So now you're not gonna be able to multiply all 3 numbers at the same time, all right? So let's just take it one at a time. So 0.2 times 0.2. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 0 is 0, right? Now you don't even need to do that, but let's just for the sake of habit, do that. 4, 0, 0, yeah. How many places are there? There's 1 here and there's the second one. So 1, 2, 0.04, yeah. Okay, now, oops, not done yet. Oops, 0.04. Now I gotta do that again. Times 0.2. All right, now I'm just taking it right where I left off, okay? Now let's see, 2 times 4 is 8, 0, 0. All right, no need to do the rest here because I also wanna make it show a point. So here we got 2 decimal places. Here I got 1. What does that mean? We're moving 3 decimal places total. 1, 2, 3, decimal, add a 0. 0.008. All right, that's the answer. Okay, not bad. All right, now I'm also on purpose avoiding some of the larger 2-digit, 3-digit numbers because that's not the point of this lesson here. Okay, so let's try these 3 now. Okay. So let's take a look at this one, 0.01 times 0.01. Now again, I set these questions up, again, like I said, not to test you on multiplying numbers per se, but remembering moving the decimals, okay? So that's why these numbers are relatively simple, all right? So 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 0 is 0, I can stop right there. How many decimal places are there? There's 2 here, and there's 2 here, right? So it means 4 total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look here. I got an extra space. where I put the decimal. Now, what do you think we should do here? That's right, put a 0 there, okay? 0.0001, and that's that. Okay, let's see. Now, I got 0.9. Wait, is this recording? Is this recording? Yep. Okay, good. Still, wow, it's 10 minutes already? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so 1.09 times 0.9, right? Now, I could write 0.9, I could write 0.9. It's not important. I mean, personally, I don't like writing the 0 in the front because that's just another digit that I have to like look at. Doesn't matter. All right, 9 9 is 81. 9 times 0 is 0 plus 8, right? 9 times 1 is 9. How many decimal places are there? There's 2 here, there's 1. 3 decimal places total. That's a 1, by the way. It's my handwriting. That's 3 total. 1, 2, 3. 0.981. All right? Okay, one last one, all right? Oh man, I forgot to tell you to pause and do these questions, but I'm really hoping if you watch this regularly, really shouldn't be a problem by now. All right, you should know by now. Okay, all right, now here 2, 5 is 10, 2, 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, right? Add a 0, let's do the tens place. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12, 13, let's add them. 0, 9 is 14, 4, 1. Yeah, let's see how many decimal places there are. There are 2, so that's 4 total. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 0.1440 or just simply 0.144. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. All right, so hopefully this was able to help you review or learn how to multiply decimals and most importantly, counting the decimal places. All right, so thank you so much for watching. And have a good one.
OMG, that was so good.